What's up, y'all? It's BWADE. We had a good day in WNBA, and so I'm going to walk you through my 4 favorite DFS picks for the Seattle versus Dallas matchup. Now, we do have 2 games on Monday, but that's the only one with props up right now. And so I'm going to walk you through my 4 favorite picks in that game, show you the data, the analysis, and explain to you why I like them. Looking at how we did today, Sunday, we hit 3 out of the 4 picks that I gave out. Brittany Sykes, I tried to fade her and she was not having it. She dropped like 27 on us. But the other 3 all covered. We hit one of our 2 slips, so we won a couple units. All in all, a profitable day. And for free MLB picks, because I do an MLB video every day as well, we hit 4 out of the 5 props that I gave out in MLB. The only one we missed was Aaron Judge. I tried to go over 3.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, and he had 2. He came up to the plate, bases loaded in the 8th, and he struck out. So we had the opportunity to hit all 5, but we missed that. Hit one of the 2 slips. Again, profitable day. And then VIP, we went 4-2 today. That Yankees game, Cody Bellinger hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 8th, which sealed the win, which we already pretty much had, but it pushed it over because we had the over and the Yankees. So 4-2 in VIP today. We went 5-1 in VIP yesterday. We're up over 20 units for the last month. Like I tell you guys, we don't win every day. Some days are down days, some days are up days, but over time we're consistently profitable. If you guys want to try VIP out, there's 2 ways to get in really cheap, really easy. You can either use code NBA in the checkout. You'll get 80% off. It'll cost you like $10. You'll get all of our picks for the next week. The other option, which is what most people go with, is sign up with one of the apps I tell you about in this video, or even any of the apps down below in the description. You use my code BWADE, deposit $5, $10, whatever you want, and then send me a screenshot on Instagram, and I hook you up with a free week of VIP. It's a win-win. You get the sign-up bonus, their promos, and you get all of our picks for the next week. Either way, love to have you in VIP. I am confident you guys will do well with us. Also, if you like, subscribe, and drop a comment on this video, you will be entered to win a signed Anthony Edwards jersey at the end of this month. I do a giveaway every month as a small way to say thank you, and that's all you have to do to be entered. Like, subscribe, and drop a comment. At the end of the month, I do a raffle, and one of you guys gets that jersey for free. All right, let's start getting into these picks. I'm starting out with Carrington over 15. No, it actually already bumped. I checked everywhere as I was putting it in. It had bumped to 16.5, so over 16.5 points and rebounds. Look, she hit it in the first game against Minnesota. Minnesota is one of, if not the best defensive team in the WNBA. You look back to last year, a little shakier, more like 50-50 at the start of the year. But when we look at the back half of the year, I mean, she hit this in 15 of her last 19 games, right? She was consistently hitting this. She ended the year on a 6 straight game run of hitting this. She opened this year hitting it, right? So we look at the last 10 games, and she had only missed it 1 time. I like this play. While Seattle they're like a middle-of-the-road defensive team. Points-wise, they hold teams decently well at 4. Rebounds kind of high. But look, the way that Dallas plays, they play at such a fast pace, such high scoring that games you look at their season opener, 99-84. Like, that's a barn burner in the WNBA. So I like Carrington over 16.5 points and rebounds. We also look head-to-head, and the last one is now a chalk because it moved up to 16.5. But I still like this, especially looking at how she ended last year and how she opened this year. So I'm taking that and pairing it up with Skylar Diggins over 22.5 points and assists. When we look at her, it's actually kind of the same thing. You look at her last 10 games, so these 9 are last year. She only missed it in 1 of them. It was against Phoenix. She averaged 25 the last 10 games of last season. She started the year off a lot shakier, ended the year hot, opened this year the same way, and she's going up against a Dallas team that ranked dead last in the WNBA in points against and assists against. Feel good about this one. She's hit this in 2 out of 4 games against them last year. Kind of take it however you want. Now, these 3 games were all before the All-Star break, which is where she was kind of like spotty. She was 50-50. Not the All-Star break, the Olympic break is what it was for the WNBA last year. They took off a month between the middle of July and the middle of August. but she ended last year hot, and again, she opened this year the same way, and she's going up against arguably the worst defensive team in the league, and so I like her to continue going over here. You'll see that slip on the screen here. We're getting about 3x for this on Sleeper. Sleeper, as far as WNBA goes, they probably have the most props available for each player. They also put them up early so that you can make sure you get the most value the night before. And like I say, you're going to get 10 to 12 different prop options for each player, where a lot of apps you're only going to get like 2 or 3, maybe 4 different props for each player. Sleeper is going to give you a lot of options. When you use code BWADE when you sign up, they are also going to double that first deposit and give you a free pick. It's free money, guys. Take advantage of these sign-up bonuses. When you do, take a screenshot, send it to me on Instagram. I'll hook you up with a free week of VIP. You guys can tail all these game picks we've been hitting, all these additional DFS picks. Let me help you, right? Also, do a giveaway every month with the signed Anthony Edwards jersey this month. All you have to do to be entered is subscribe to this channel, like this video, and drop a comment. That's it. It is just a small way for me to say thank you to you guys. I appreciate y'all showing up and supporting the channel, and so we do an autographed jersey giveaway every month. All right, let's get into these next two. I'm taking Gabby Williams over 14.5 points and assists, and look, when you look at her first game of this season, it was not great. She had 4 points and 4 assists, and her minutes were good, but she shot 1 for 9 from the field, which is atrocious, right? And she has had a lot of injury problems the last couple of years. I think she's only played like a total of 22 games over the last 2 seasons. But last year, after coming back from injury, she ended the year really well. You look at like her last 10 games, she was consistently going over here. Her field goal percentage has been solid. She's shooting almost 50% from the field, taking about 11 shots a game. Her minutes have been pretty consistent. And so when you look at this season opener, right, her minutes were good. She took 9 shots at least. She just went 1 for 9 in a season opener against, you know, a decent defensive team. Phoenix isn't great. But I think she bounces back from this game, especially when you look at how she ended last season. She's a veteran. She knows how to play. She shoots 50% from the field. She had a bad game. And this is the kind of game where you get back on track, right? Going up against Dallas, who gives up the most points, the most assists. And so I like her to hit this here. When we look head-to-head, last year she played them. She just covered this. She had 15, 10 points, 5 assists. But I like her to cover this again. I think she has a bounce-back game from that terrible season opener she had. And then we're pairing that up with Ogunbowale, over 26.5 PRA. So the season opener, she had 16 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. That was against Minnesota, right? When we look last year, she went over this in 82% of her games. 31 out of 31 games she hit this. She hit it in 3 out of 4 games against Seattle. The only one she missed it in was the last game of the year. The last game that they played them last year. So yeah, the second to last game of the season, she missed it. But in general, she hits this at a really high rate. She's hit it at a really high rate against them, and now she has Beckers on the team. Beckers isn't going to steal much from her. I think as far as it's looked in the preseason, they complement each other well. She's going to take focus. Beckers is going to take focus off Ogunbowale. That's a mouthful. And allow her to do more. So really, I just think she continues to get better. She was either like the number 1 or number 2 scorer in the league last year throughout most of the season. And so I think while she started off this year with just 22, it was against Minnesota, the best defensive team in the league, in my opinion. Seattle's a bit more middle of the road, and I think Ogunbowale bounces back here, and we see an outing more, indicative of what we saw in their matchups last year, right? She averaged 30.5 PRA against them last season. This line's 26.5. I think it's very doable. And you'll see that slip on the screen here. We're getting 6x for this because Underdog is giving us a free pick today. They gave us a free pick. We're putting it in on Beckers over 0 PRA. So basically this 2-man entry becomes a 6x pick on Underdog. Underdog has the best promos, y'all. They're giving us this free pick. In the NBA playoffs, they're giving us anywhere from 40 to 100% profit boost every night. We just got a 100% profit boost on the NBA for that Game 7 game today. We hit that. Guys, take advantage of these things. All these promos will significantly increase your payouts when you hit, and that is how you stay profitable, is by taking advantage of these promos. They'll also double your first deposit up to $1,000 when you use code BWADE. These are all ways to continue to move you into that profitability space, taking advantage of sign-up bonuses, taking advantage of promos, line shopping on different apps to make sure you're getting the best payout for the entries you put together. So sign up on Underdog, take advantage of all that stuff I'm telling you about, and then send me a screenshot on Instagram. I'll hook you up with that free week of VIP. You guys can start cashing on all these picks that I'm giving out. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment so you're entered to win that signed Anthony Edwards jersey. I appreciate y'all. It's going to be a good WNBA season. Let's start the week out with a bang.